I've been dating since the 1900s and 80 something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches.
The streets.
And it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my
You chose it.
Right, Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone. Do you want to be a gold digger?
Whoa.
Do I want to be a gold digger?
Yes. Do you want to be a gold digger? Well, maybe not you, because you're straight right now. But apparently one man has the answer. If you want to be a gold digger, he has advice.
Okay.
Starting off strong.
Here's how you be a gold digger. When you start to date a man, you need to pull back your time to prioritize making money and make that clear to the man so that he then has the brilliant idea to just cover your cost of whatever you were going to make when you were working. So if you're like, oh, sorry, I can't, I don't know, I'm a nighttime bartender or whatever, that man of means will say, well, how much do you make in a night? Just call in. Don't worry about it. And then he'll just pay for it. He'll be like, well, I can't call in. I got to work. He's going to go, well, don't worry, honey. I'll just cover your night so you can just come over here instead. And you're going to go, oh, really?
Look at the look on the lady on the left. His face, she's absolutely mortified. By the way, again, she's the married one. Claudia Jordan is the 51 or 52-year-old forever, perpetually single one. Let's keep watching.
You would do that?
Look at.
In theory, that sounds good, but with the ratio not being beneficial to women right now, most men now would be like, well, fuck it, I'll call the next girl. They're not going to say, I'm going to pay for your shift. They'll be like, okay, go to work, honey. And they're going to call the next girl, and you're going to be mad at work, working hard, and your man's screwing somebody else. And now he threw up your pH levels, and you got to go to the pharmacy. I'm just saying.
That is a tale of at least one tell. A tale of the tell. The tale of the tales?
She's stumbling over the words.
That's one tale. Another tale is.
Yeah. The more that you listen to Claudia Jordan talk, you begin to understand why she is perpetually single. All right, let me try to break this down. The lovely young lady on the left is currently stumbling over her words because in the back of her mind, she's contemplating ever starting a friendship with Claudia Jordan. To whoever the husband of this lovely young lady on the left is, continue, because I already know you are, my G. Continue on telling her on creating and keeping boundaries away from this one. Let them bang with each other from a business relationship perspective, whatever, all right? She has some media goal aspirations. Let them do that. But when it comes to being actual friends, you must understand she will inflict the single woman perpetual boss bee bullshit into the married young woman onto the left. So my brother, hold the line. Okay, anyway, let's get back up into the content. We can never have a conversation about gold diggers up on these platforms and just not outright call them for what they are. Sex workers. They're scamming sex workers. That's what they are. But instead of starting from the position of, hey, let's not do that, we're starting from a position of, hey, do you want to be one? And if so, this is how you try to do it. Meanwhile, if you're exchanging the time that you're working at a place, a business, an organization, and if you're exchanging that one-to-one for whatever the guy says that he can buy your time for, number one, he's buying your time for sex, so that's prostitution. And then secondly, you're giving away working time and hours to gain skill sets, transferable skill sets that could be utilized in whatever your next come up or your next gig is to go get your box rearranged, or what Claudia Jordan said, to get your pH off balance. But through the bitter singleness of the young lady on the right is it always comes down to the guy being ain't shit within this transactional relationship. And, it's short-term thinking. They never talk about the type of intentionality of that guy. See, it'd be a lot different if a guy was serious about your time, energy, and attention, and he's trying to pay for your time, but he has obvious long-term goals established or situated for you. I don't knock any girls that want to date up. In fact, I think that it's natural within your hypergamous instinct. I think that it's fine. But that's not what this question is referring to. It's specific to gold digging. utilizing men with money focus in mind for a transactional relationship. You get money, you don't have to work in the short term, and he gets the insides of your orifices. Thank you, sexual revolution and the feminist movement, for you have perpetually destroyed a majority of the mindset of the modern young woman today who is turned into that on the right. Let's proceed.
That's like, why am I so tongue-tied?
Because it's ridiculous.
So he's not 100% wrong, but it's problematic for reasons that people don't consider. I know people are going to think it's problematic because he's saying, oh, you should be a gold digger and depend on a man, and that could be problematic in itself. But I'm going to leave the obvious alone because a lot of people aren't seeing this. What he's saying is he was very specific. He didn't say, oh, you're the CEO of a company. He said, oh, you're a bartender. Oh, like you're an overnight bartender.
Right.
So that implies that he believes that you're in a position where because you're an overnight bartender, that isn't a job that you can't just pick up another one of as if you were like, you know, the CEO of a company or something like that.
It's not a career. It's more like a job.
Right. But what you really don't understand, and this is coming from someone who was an overnight bartender. So I worked at nightclubs until, you know, we closed at 5 a.m.
Okay.
And that was a job that because of women who were put in those situations, hey, how much are you making a night? How about this? I'm just going to pay for you for the whole weekend not to work so that you can hang out with me and you're getting your paper. Thanks to those women making those decisions, that's how I was able to live the way and set myself up
get out the way.
For some huge financial freedoms because they just constantly got out of my way. Because what you're doing... That's what you're doing. You're taking yourself out of the competitive pool.
Yeah.
So every time I would start off with like 4 or 5 other bartenders, we would be at a main bar and slowly these girls would start to dissipate because men would come in and be like, hey, I want you to hang out with me and I'm going to pay for your weekend or your Friday night or whatever. Well, as promoters and people who are running businesses, they want people who are going to be reliable.
Yeah.
So I was just constantly showing up until I started working point and I was pulling some big numbers when I was 21 years old in order to make sure that I had the best shifts so that I could provide the best lifestyle for myself.
I like her.
And what happens is when you come back and you're upset because I'm at point and I'm making a certain amount of money because I'm consistent and reliable, no one is checking for you because they know that the next guy is going to come in and stand next to you and say, hey, how much are you making? And you're going to pull that same crap. But let me tell you, it doesn't just stop with the overnight bartender. No, because that can be your 20s, your 30s, 40s, whatever, however long you decide to bartend and make it that your career for the rest of your life, that is great. But just know that those same tendencies are going to follow you the rest of your life, and you are going to be seen as an irresponsible and inconsistent person. And when you're looking at the people who made it, you're going to wonder why you weren't one of them. And that's because you decided to go with some man who offered to pay for your night.
That's a very pro-woman.
Shut up, Claudia.
Amazing.
There's hope. There's hope in the world. There's hope, my guys. Damn. Cooked with hot grease with bacon on top of it. You understand me? She said essentially what I was trying to say earlier in just a different perspective. But let me try to conclude it like this, is that whole thinking, thought thinking, for the street thinking is short term. It's about short term dopamine, getting what you want right then in the moment. Women that are saving themselves for the right guy, women that are not promiscuous in nature, women that can be consistent and show up on time, right? These women are more disciplined in their thinking. They're a lot more long-term thinking, okay? So whole thinking, right? Like it's hard. Being a hoe and you have whole short-term ass thinking, businesses, right? Like you don't have the consistency for people to hire you long-term within businesses unless you change your mindset. And oftentimes these people are just driven to be satiated by the short-term things, material goods, money, things that essentially don't matter in life. Whereas the long-term thinkers, there's something that they're waiting for. There's the forest beyond the trees. They understand that the effort that they put in today will pay them dividends into the future. No, don't get your back twisted on a Friday and Saturday night by Tom, Dick, and Harry over there standing in the corner. No, don't you do that. No, don't you accept that offer from the dude that's got the yacht and wants to put your ass in that yacht and a couple of your homegirls on it for the weekend. No. Don't you do that? And they have morals and standards. Also within this, I think about the whole Diddy and Cassie thing. After she went up on a stand and admitted to all of that whole behavior, she had more of that short-term thinking. So she allowed a situation where she stayed in goddamn turmoil and dealt with it because she wanted the material goods. She wanted the lifestyle, right? And she wanted the command and control of a powerful man, or at least the listening ear to be his madame for that time, as opposed to a long-term thinking girl that would say, wait a minute, you want this person to pee in my mouth? No. I'm good. I'll see my way out. But these gold diggers, whether it be from a Cassie or the chicks that fly over to Dubai to get on, no bounds. Let's go.
Seeing like strong, independent women, but might I add another angle? I would feel like, why the hell ain't no one trying to scoop me up to save my life? Am I ugly?
That's what you would think?
Looking than me? Like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter like, why the fuck? Why not me? Why not? I don't.
That's because you're an immature baby lady.
I want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape.
No.
Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard since I was 14 and I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
I do understand.
Can you imagine sitting up next to this on like a dinner table at a date and you're listening to the incoherent bimbo babble and the rumblings of complete and utter bullshit? Shout out to Pink Book Lessons, by the way, for the bimbo babble. It's a fantastic term. Nevertheless, let's proceed.
What you're saying?
Classy and independent. It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1900s and 80-something, and I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my
You chose it.
Right, Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it.
Where's my violin?
Some guy with.
All right, we ready, boys.
LA, no one trying to scoop me up to save my life. Am I ugly?
No one wants it.
Looking at me like, why are they getting saved and I'm over here working, taking on extra shifts now because she got Richard Gere that came and scooped her up and now she got an easy life and now I got extra corns on my toes and my back hurts because no one's saving me. So you have a very positive attitude. I would have been a little bitter like, why the fuck? Why not me?
Bitter.
Why not? I don't want to be irresponsible. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the goddamn cape.
No.
Somebody save me. I want to be Julia Roberts on Hollywood Boulevard in cheap shoes when some guy comes and saves me. I have worked hard.
Geriatric pregnancy.
And I had to pay. I'm sick of it, Erica.
Menopause.
Thankless job.
What you're saying.
She used her youth.
It's thankless. I've been dating since the 1900s.
Talking shit to men.
Something, and I'm still single.
Still
I'm tired,
single.
Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent.
Let her vent.
You're off the strip. I am still on it.
Streets.
I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking.
You chose
my
this.
Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy.
You chose this.
To jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that.
It's still going.
We are different. I'm tired. I've proven myself, and it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friend's independent. These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie. Just please, come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired, Erica. I don't want to do it no more. Where's my, Melania?
Kevin is somewhere smiling down on us all, listening to the complete and utter bullshit. First of all, Miss Jordan, if you're looking for someone genuine or serious about you after all of that boss babe, I am a strong, independent queen talk for all of these goddamn years, expecting for him to be able to take care of everything for you. How is that feminist agenda working for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you rode it on the wave to wealth, and now that you got there, You don't even care about all the nice shit that shit held out for. You don't even care about that shit. But what you would have cared about? A family. A family. But you made these choices. Nobody else. You. So why backpedal now? You might as well just ride this bitch off into your cat shepherd farm into the future. Just keep it going. All right? Just see where it lays. We're going to continue on conducting our field observations on you to see how it's going. But I know. It doesn't feel good to cry yourself to sleep every night with your tears of regret, but it's what you chose.
I want the Melania Trump plan. I'm sick. I approve of myself. Since 1988.
At 88.
I'm tired. I was 15 out of paper route.
Damn, that's a long time.
72 clients. 30-cent tip for some of you bastards in East Providence, Rhode Island on 2nd Street. I remember I gave you papers 7 days a week, and on Sunday you gave me a 30-cent tip. I'm tired. So I'm glad it worked out for you, but I'm not there.
Being a strong, independent woman since
Overrated.
1988 is a lot, Claudia.
Since Salt and Pepper came out.
That's a
wild.
lot.
No, don't do this to me. No. Copyright. I don't know what they're doing over there. But here's the thing, though. When you've been so strong and independent for that amount of time, do I really think, right, that you're just gonna just shift all of a sudden? All of a sudden, you're gonna be a soft, sweet, feminine butterfly, right? Like, no, this shit is ingrained. This shit is now in your molecular biology. You heard? I don't think that there's any shifting or changing. But it could be some softer guys out there that would acknowledge or allow at least the words of change, even if your actions don't follow suit.
If I'm a little frustrated, so I envy the girls that got taken off the pole, so to say.
Wow.
Nobody said nothing about no damn pole.
But metaphorically.
Yeah, nobody said what
the
my
streets.
point was, because here's the thing. The point was that this is a...
Take off the cape, Erica. We lost the election. We're not doing this anymore.
I'm not...
Winter is coming.
Hookers are winning.
I am not...
Winter is here.
Winning. Hookers are in the White House again. First lady, if you will. I'm over it. No one cares. Nobody cares about independence anymore. But I respect it, but they don't.
She's crashing out.
I get it. But my point was that this gentleman's advice, I do not think
she got that hat flash.
He was wrong. It's just that it's not long-term advice. And the problem with it is when you preemptively dip your toes into these luxury ponds, then all of a sudden you get hooked real fast.
She's good.
And you start jonesing.
Yes.
And you're like scratching.
Yes.
When is my next luxury bag?
I want to
Dopamine.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
My YSL. Can I get the Hermes? I'm twerking for her Birkin. And then you're just walking around.
Yes.
And then the bag looks raggedy AF because you bring that bag everywhere because that is your entry into I am somebody. And after a couple weeks or so, maybe a month, it starts looking just as raggedy as this shit that you're playing.
This is
and
the
it's all
Cassie
because
paradox.
you listened to some man on Instagram who told you this is the way to be a gold digger, and you can only get your trial run for 36 hours, and now you are up Schitt's Creek.
Why so
And
short,
up
Erica?
10 bodies.
Why so short?
Because most men do not have a long period of time that they are going to maintain interest in you, especially if you drop the bartending gig just because he walked in and said he was going to give you the tip for the night.
Let these girls live.
She's
Erica.
good.
Not everyone is smart and went to good schools. There are a lot of women that are stupid and can't spell Wednesday. So for them, this is their plan. There's nothing else for these girls to do. They're not going to go on and split the atom. They can barely spell. They don't know how to spell airplane. So for them, this is a good career path. So I'm saying to
That's how
each
she
their
thinks
own.
about women.
For some women, that's an amazing opportunity. But you can spell. You know math. You know algebra. You have a good grasp of the English language. You know what an encyclopedia is. You know things. These women know nothing. Some of them. So for them, it's perfect. So listen. I have a saying. Somebody has to make your French fries. And I think that we have to know that there's different levels. There's the scholars. There's the mid-level. She's kind of smart. Then there's the people that breathe through their mouth. For those people, this plan is perfect for them. Ladies, keep hope alive because we all need someone to make our fries and bring us our drinks.
Well, damn, I would have been canceled if I said some shit like that. Talk about alienating 95% of the audience that watches her. She must not know her target market, baby. But ma'am, stop the cap and bullshit. The issue here is not education. I mean, women are currently outpacing men for collegiate degrees. The issue here is taking shortcuts and taking accountability for what you currently are doing to become a fantastic option of a man that would love to provide for you outside of this transactional gold-digging relationship. The issue is content creators selling the dream of lifestyle, promoting the short-term gratification, but the long-term benefit or value sold separately. Let's go.
Listen, I'm not even going there. What I am going
because
to say,
she's smart.
I'm not even going there. I'm saying
How many
that
degrees you got?
everybody knows something. Everybody has. There's one thing. It may not be what's traditionally respected as knowledge, but it is something that you're knowledgeable about. And I think that we need to get away from the traditional respect. Not a book in academia is going to tell you for sure that this is how you survive in this life. So I'm not convinced that there's a hierarchy on knowledge. I'm just simply saying what knowledge is considered respectable. Now I'm going to go back to what you said about this being a career path. I'm not saying that it's not attainable or something that women are able to do. I'm simply saying don't necessarily look at it as a career path because career implies longevity. Just think of gold digging as temp work.
Okay.
For hoes.
But see, okay, yeah, I can agree with that. Gold digging is temp work unless you hook up with like a Donald Trump.
It's a temporary solution.
She's had a 20-year run.
People always say, do not make permanent decisions based on temporary circumstances. Being a gold digger is thinking that you're making a permanent decision and this is a temporary circumstance.
I don't know. The example that we have in the White House, the first lady is someone that was an escort.
Who wants
allegedly.
to deal with that? Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Well,
is it?
Not for me, but she's someone that can't spell Wednesday. You know what I mean? So for her, this is the best she can do. Like, seriously. What was Melania going to do if she didn't hook up with Donald Trump? What was she going to do?
I don't know. I'm sure there was somebody else. There was probably somebody who was a little less, I don't know, volatile that she could have hitched on to. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. Like she has she has all of those things going on.
Bad wig game though. It's too forward. Like it's very.
Okay. They're getting outside of the topic.
Too low in the hairline.
Anyway,
and you know what? Good for her.
All right.
Yeah.
She couldn't get in Playboy, but she did like a kind of like hustler-esque stuff.
Yeah, I did see that.
Like at least strive. But hey, she's our first lady. So I'm saying there's a place on the totem pole of life for everyone.
Okay, all right. Listen, I want to try to repeat this for everybody who may have misheard me through my fantastic violining, that there is nothing wrong of women wanting a high-value man. Shit, I often say, thank God for hypergamy. Why? Because as a man, I'm a competitor. I'm here to compete, baby. And if that's how women are choosing and within pursuit of my purpose, which is my main pursuit or goal in life, then the cherry on top is the potential options that I have at my disposal now that I've created that value. Now, it is an issue when most women want the top 10% of men, especially when they consider themselves higher echelon when they are average at best. These women will overlook the other 90% who are ready to build, lead, and grow with them, not around them. Now, these men of value, unless they've been so not into the game whatsoever, they're ripe to be taken advantage of, can spot a gold digger from a mile away, and some of them are willing to pay the cost, but you are for a short time only. Bring back shame. Because when you look around at the ones that are winning in life, married, supported by a man of their dreams, respected, these are often not the loudest, most boisterous ones in the room. They're not the ones chasing clout or making demands that they can't reciprocate. And they damn sure ain't the ones that make it to 52-ish years old And they're complaining about wanting to get a man to do all of the things that they do for themselves. They are the ones that understand the value of men, that put peace over their own damn pride and put their purpose to help meet a man over the performance accelerated by the feminist movement. Shout out to the lovely young lady on the left. I appreciate her ideas, but wall bangers like Claudia Jordan on the right forever demonstrate exactly who I'm talking about. By the way, shout out to the term wall bangers from my guy, Doc BOA. He coined that term, and I've heard it recently, and I'm just like, damn, that's such a perfect word in order to be able to describe the bullshit. But all right, guys, you enjoy your stay here today. Guys, drop me a line or a comment, question, concern down up in the comment box down below. If you appreciated my violin or any of my comments here today. If you didn't appreciate anything, I still want to hear from you guys as well. Those comments seem to bubble up to the top in the comment section as well. So let me hear from you guys as well. But hopefully you have enjoyed your stay here today, because I know I have. But yeah, drop me a line. And last but not least, I'll see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up.